express a particular meaning and attitude. And this is particularly relevant on TOEFL, where we want to speak with typical intonation, feeling, and emotion. And my suggestion for today is how we can improve our intonation through music. And I'm going to address that today. So first of all, let's just talk about intonation. One of the aspects of intonation that I wanted to discuss is attitudinal. How you can express your attitude by the pitch or the sound of your voice. Imagine on TOEFL we have task number 3 and we have an announcement. And in that task we hear a conversation where the man or the woman agrees or disagrees with this announcement. So when you're summarizing that, you want to show some of that attitude, some of that expressions of agreement, of excitement, or some intonation of frustration, displeasure with the announcement. And this is true throughout the TOEFL test, where we want to show proper intonation in our voice. So today I want to talk about how music can be a useful tool in terms of developing or practicing your intonation. So why music? Well, songs provide examples of authentic, memorable, and rhythmic language. Songs can be a really motivating way to practice because it's interesting. It's not the same thing as doing like a boring textbook exercise. So here are some aspects of pronunciation or intonation that you might focus on when you're listening to music. You can use songs to focus on sounds. You can use songs to focus on words, and you can use songs to focus on connected speech. Now, those are mostly areas of pronunciation, but having strong pronunciation is also connected to intonation. So when you're listening to songs, you might find it difficult to pick out certain sounds or words that are unfamiliar to you. So you might use YouTube or another website where you can listen to songs with lyrics. You can read the words of the song. When I teach, I typically will make exercises where I take the lyrics or the words of a song and I delete key vocabulary words, such as minimal pairs, words that sound the same but aren't really the same, or rhyming words. And then I make my students listen to these songs and try to identify those key vocabulary words. And you can listen to the song repeatedly to practice this. So we also can use songs to focus on vocabulary words or the syllables in words, such as focusing on an emphasized symbol and a weak or unstressed syllable. So you can get more accustomed to the stress pattern or the rules of English pronunciation and intonation. So just to recap here, that music can be really useful to help learners associate the number of syllables and stress in words in a very memorable or rhythmic way. Studying with music can create a relaxed atmosphere, and you could, tackle areas like intonation and pronunciation without really realizing you're working or studying. You can focus on connected speech, which is the natural way that American people speak when we link together certain words, rather than isolating individual words. You can listen how not all of the words in a typical phrase carry the same weight, how we put stress or extra intonation on key content words. And I think you can find it an enjoyable exercise. So with that being said, if you are interested in practicing with music and you would like some recommendations for certain songs or artists that provide good examples, I'd be glad to give you some suggestions. So you could ask for that in the comments, and I'd be happy to provide you with some suggestions. I hope that you try this technique to help develop your intonation, pronunciation, and just enjoy yourself. So if you would like to learn more about our services, you can go to our website, TOEFLspeakingteacher.com, and check out all of the wonderful lessons that we provide to help students prepare for TOEFL, so that hopefully you can be over and done with that exam and move on to your next goal. So that's all for today. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Bye.